So, I'm starting recording the class. So we start now. So just I was saying that we have our class today, and we'll be covering, we'll be doing beverage technology as our lesson today. And the topic of discussion is carbonated non-alcoholic beverages. So, and what we expect to cover in our lesson will be something to do with the introduction. So we'll be doing the introduction of what carbonated non-alcoholic beverages are. So we do a little bit of description. Then we also have the function of the ingredients that are used for soft drinks. Then also we also do some explanation on the manufacturing process of the soft drinks. So that will be our lesson. So we expect to take about 10 minutes or so, so that we'll be through with our class. So I expect you to pay attention and also to fully participate in our lesson. So make sure you ask questions whenever you find that you've not understood any concept. And also ensure that the environment that you are in is quiet and you're able to concentrate. So now into our introduction. So I will ask one of you to probably tell us something that you know about the soft drinks. Soft drinks, also known as the carbonated non-alcoholic beverages. So maybe an example that you can give for a case.
An example is sodas, juices.
Soda, juices.
I think so.
Yes, that's true. That's very correct, Rita. That's very correct. So, and they have one characteristic, important characteristics. One is that they are usually carbonated. That means they are preserved using carbon dioxide. And the other characteristic is that they have they do not contain alcohol. So that's why we call them non-alcoholic or soft drinks. So, and another important thing is that they are sweetened and usually have a certain flavor, and they have either natural acid, like in fruit juices, or as an acid is usually added for the purpose of flavor and also for the purpose of preservation. So those are the major characteristics of these drinks. So, and you have a number of ingredients that are used in the manufacture. So, and some of those ingredients have been listed, as you see. You have the sweeteners, you have the flavoring compounds, you have the colors, the preservatives, acid, and stabilizers. So now, just before we go to our next slide, can somebody tell me what would you say would be the function of any of those ingredients? For example, a sweetener, a flavor compound, color. Maybe Lydia?
The sweetener, they add.
Lydia, you are not yet connected to the audio. It's connecting. Maybe before, as you connect, can Celestine maybe tell us? Oh, also Celestine is just connecting. Rita?
Can you pardon the question?
So I'm asking, can you just give maybe a function, any function, a function of any of those ingredients?
Like, for example, sweeteners, they are to sweeten the product or to improve the flavor of the drink.
Mm-hmm. That is very
flavor
correct.
Compound.
That is very correct. Can you get from Lydia? Lydia? Lydia. Lydia seems not to be connected to the audio. Can we have Celestine? Also seems that it's still connecting. So, but in the meantime, because they seem to have a challenge with the network, we can also say that we can look at the sweetener, for example, just like Rita has said, they are used for the purpose of sweetening mineral, and they also give body and a certain feel, a certain mouth feel to the drink. So, and this is especially for when you use the natural sugar. So you find that the natural sugar gives this drink a certain mouth feel. But apart from this, the natural sugar that is obtained from the cane, or even the sugar beets, you also have other sweeteners which are the artificial sweeteners like aspartame, saccharin, cyclamate, and you can get others from the books, which gives us some more of artificial sweeteners. So, and these artificial sweeteners of late have gained a lot of fame, and they have been in use in most of the drinks, and especially to people who have are very conscious about their weight or their health, because they do not give a lot of energy, unlike the sugar from the cane. So that's why you have these times, this of recent, you can hear of what you call the zero energy or zero sugar sodas. So, and these are very common. They're very common nowadays, and they were initially made for the diabetic people, but they gained a lot of interest. So then we talk about the flavors. The flavors, so you have either the natural flavors, you also have the synthetic flavors. So, and commonly used are the synthetic flavors. The reason being, they have various advantages. So just a minute. Okay, just a minute. I connect my laptop. Hello. Hello. Rita?
Hello, yes, I'm there.
Okay. So now we can continue. So as I was saying, we have the most commonly used flavors are the synthetic flavors. The reason being, they have certain advantages. Just as you can see, they are usually stable under those conditions, especially the acidic conditions, and they are affordable. And you just need to use just a small amount, a very small amount of that flavor, those flavor compounds, and they will give you a very nice flavor. They are present to the consumer. So, and they do not have any side effects. So then you'll have the colors. So these are either also natural or synthetic. And also most commonly used are the synthetic flavors on colors, synthetic colors. You usually have the synthetic colors. So again, they have the same, almost the same, similar advantages to the flavors. And the colors depend on the kind of drink that you are making. So if you look at the market, you find that the color usually are dark in color. They are dark in color. Then you have the pineapple, Fanta. You have yellowish color. Then you have orange, maybe. So depending on the flavor, the colors will match. The colors will match the flavors. So that you have dark colors for the colors. You have orange color for the Fanta orange that have flavor, orange flavors. Pineapple flavor, you have yellow, and that is this matches. So then you have the stabilizers. The stabilizers is the other ingredient. So these are used for stabilizing the emulsify the drink. So the drink is usually an emulsion. So that you don't have the drink now forming or separating. So you add the emulsifiers, and these are usually gums. So they prevent that precipitation or separation of the drink. And then eventually you have the acids and preservatives. So these acids are usually the organic acids. You don't use the chemical acids. You don't use something like nitric acid, neither do you use the hydrochloric or sulfuric. So these are the organic acids, something like sodium, like phosphoric, like tartaric, malic acid, or citric acid. So these are the acids that we have. And then the preservatives are usually either sodium benzoate or sorbate, and they are used for controlling growth of yeast and molds. Then we have the water. Water is usually the major ingredient, and about 92%, and it has specific requirement for it to meet and to be used as for making the soft drink. One of the important requirement is that it should be of low alkalinity. The reason is to avoid this high alkalinity water neutralizing the acid. Then should have low iron manganese for prevent discoloration of the drink, low residue to avoid off flavors, absence of suspended matter, or it should also have low dissolved oxygen. The high oxygen will cause discoloration. It will also lead to, it may also lead to loss of vitamin C. So that's why we avoid as much as possible a lot of dissolved oxygen. Then finally, we have carbon dioxide and antioxidant. So these are used for preservation purposes, to prevent oxidation, to prevent spoilage of the drink, and also to give, for the carbon dioxide, to give zest, and also to have a sparkling effect. So what we call it's able to give that quenching effect, that quenching effect. So that is important. So, and now to our final part, where you'll be looking at the process of making the soft drink. So I present a chart there. So you just study that chart, and that chart, whatever it's trying to explain, is the process from the point where you have a concentrate usually obtained from the manufacturer. Then you have other sweeteners. You can have sucrose, you can have, then you can also have the treated water. So those are the three major things that you need, items, ingredients. So the concentrate will contain all those other ingredients, the flavor, the color, the preservative, and any other addition that is required in that drink. So the sweeteners will be on their own, and then you have the treated water. And then these are taken to a syrup blending tank, and they are mixed, So they are taken to a syrup blending tank, and they are mixed. Then after they are mixed, then they can then be sterilized. So they are passed through high temperature, maybe equipment, where they are sterilized, and then after sterilized, they are cooled, and then later they are taken to a carbonator. In the carbonator, this is where you add the carbon dioxide to the drink. And this is done at low temperatures. The purpose of lowering the temperature is to ensure that enough of carbon dioxide is dissolved in the drink, so you do not lose that carbon dioxide. So then after that, this is taken for packaging into the bottles or cans or any other kind of packaging that is used. It could be either plastic, could be metallic, or it could even be the glass that we know, the bottles. So then after that, then you have your final product, which is now taken to a final crate, or they are taken for further storage, or even after that, then they are shipped to the consumer. So, and then you get your soft drink to your favorite or at your favorite joint. So that is the procedure, and I think I'm through with my lesson. So I would like to invite a few questions or concerns from my participant. So if you have a question, you can ask. Rita?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
What is the function of the mix processor? I can see a mix processor stroke a carbonator there in the diagram.
The purpose of
what is the function?
Yes, the function, and this is a very good question. I've just, like I said, the function is to incorporate carbon dioxide into the mix, into the syrup blend. So you want to incorporate the carbon dioxide. This is the point where you now you add the carbon dioxide. So if you look at that arrow down there, there is somewhere you have here. If you can see my screen, can you see the cursor?
Yeah, I can see carbon dioxide.
Yes, that carbon dioxide. So this is where it meets the syrup. And so you are able to incorporate it so that you have now what you call the carbonated non-alcoholic drink. So that's where you carbonate that drink. So the carbonator, the purpose is for mixing or incorporating that carbon dioxide. Okay, any other?
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Welcome, welcome. You seem to have lost Celestine. So Lydia, any question? If your microphone is not working, you can just show by either raising a hand or just Lydia. Lydia seems not to be getting me correctly. So then finally, you have these references. So these are the references that you can go and refer to. So you have this book that is carbonated soft drink formulation and manufacture, edited by that person. And you also have the food processing principles and application, edited by Joy Scott. So thank you for your time. So I'm glad that you're able to join my class. So thank you so much. So we can leave the class now. Thank
Do we have an assignment?
you.
Do we have
Sure.
an assignment?
Yes, for the assignment, thank you for asking, Rita. For the assignment, we can go and look at the function is the assignment. We read more on the function of other ingredients like